For 500 years, it has hung on a museum wall, admired by millions as a masterpiece of surreal art. They call it the Garden of Earthly Delights. They are wrong. This is not a painting. It is a warning. It is a prophecy. And if you look closely enough, it is a detailed step-by-step blueprint of how humanity will drag itself into its own self-made hell. You are about to see what the art critics are too afraid to admit. From the bizarre hybrid creatures that are not fantasy but genetic warnings, to the musical instruments that are not for melody but for torture, to the central figure that is not God but something much, much older. The artist, Hieronymus Bosch, didn't paint this from his imagination. He painted it from a vision so terrifying, so detailed, and so accurate to our modern world that it will change the way you see everything. Forget what you know about art. You are about to look into a 500-year-old gateway to hell. Look at the first panel. Art historians call it the Garden of Eden. It looks peaceful, but look closer. Nothing here is right. This isn't the dawn of man. It's the dawn of corruption. See the animals. A unicorn drinks from a dark, polluted pond. A creature with the body of a duck and the head of a book reads from scripture. A three-headed bird lurks in the corner. These aren't whimsical fantasies. This is Bosch showing you the very beginning of unnatural unions, of life being twisted and corrupted from its intended path. Now look at the central figures. Adam, Eve, and a creature that looks like Christ. But it's not Christ. His expression is blank, vacant. He isn't blessing their union. He is presenting Eve to Adam like an object, a transaction. And his left hand, the sinister hand, is raised. This is the moment the door to chaos is unlocked. This isn't paradise. It is the perfect sterile laboratory just before the experiment goes horribly wrong. Now the massive central panel. This is what they call earthly delights. It looks like a party, a utopia of freedom. But it's a lie. It is the most terrifying depiction of sin ever painted, because it shows a world where nobody realizes they are already in hell. There is no love here, only lust. People ride on the backs of grotesque, oversized animals, consumed by their basest instincts. They gorge themselves on giant, blood-red fruit, a symbol not of life, but of fleeting, empty pleasure that rots from the inside out. They are trapped in transparent spheres and tubes, isolated in their own selfish pursuits, even while surrounded by a crowd. Sound familiar? Look at the central pool. It is filled only with women, wearing strange headgear made of fruit and birds, being circled by an endless parade of men riding on beasts. This isn't a celebration. It is a cattle market of the soul, an endless, meaningless parade of desire with no destination. And here is the most disturbing secret of this panel. There are no children. There are no old people. It is a world of sterile, pointless youth, trapped in a cycle of instant gratification that produces nothing. It is a paradise built by the selfish, for the selfish. And it is the waiting room for the nightmare to come. And now, the right panel. This is not hell. This is the consequence. This is what happens after the party in the central panel is over. And it is a landscape of personalized psychological torture. Look at the instruments. A man is crucified on a harp. Another is trapped inside a drum, being beaten for eternity by a demon. A flute is shoved down a sinner's throat. Bosch is showing you that the very things that brought pleasure in life become the instruments of eternal damnation. Your passions become your prison. And see the gambler nailed to a table, as demons play with his intestines. See the vain woman, forced to stare for eternity at her reflection in the backside of a demon. Every punishment is a twisted, poetic reflection of the sin itself. This isn't random fire and brimstone. It is a meticulously designed landscape of psychological horror. But the true master of this realm is in the center. The tree man. A monstrous creature with a human head, looking back over his shoulder with a haunting, melancholic expression. His body is a broken eggshell, a symbol of hollowed-out life. And inside his torso, sinners sit at a tavern table, oblivious. He is the prince of this world, a being who is simultaneously a victim and a prison for others. He is the ultimate symbol of a soul that has been consumed by its own emptiness. For 500 years people have called this art. They have missed the point entirely. Hieronymus Bosch wasn't painting a fantasy. He was painting us. He saw a future world so obsessed with its own earthly delights that it would build its own hell, note by note, sin by sin, without ever realizing it until the music stopped. This painting isn't on the wall for you to admire. It's there to hold up a mirror. And the question it's been asking for half a millennium is, which panel are you living in?